Hey guys, G here. Welcome back to Luna Geckos. You know what? Today we're going to answer the age-old question that's been plaguing humankind since the very beginning. What is the meaning of life? No, not that one. We're going to answer what gecko makes the best pet, and we're going to do it using a double top secret Luna Geckos proprietary Gecko Rating Scorecard. That's right. Now there are over 1,500 types of geckos in the world, and we don't have enough time to cover them all, so we're only going to cover the 6 that we work with here at Luna Geckos, and they are leopard geckos, African fat-tail geckos, crested geckos, gargoyle geckos, Saracenorum geckos, Urodactylodes geckos. So listen to the intro, and when we get back, we'll get into it.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, we're back. Are you ready to answer that question? What gecko makes the best pet? Well, before we get into that, let me tell you, it's opinion. It's my opinion. Sure, we're using a double top secret proprietary scientific method Gecko Rating Scorecard or something like that, but it's still just opinion. And a lot of folks out there, they struggle with the difference between opinion and fact. Some of them think their opinion is fact and others' facts are opinion. Well, here's the definition of opinion. It's an educational channel after all. All right. So the 5 attributes that we're going to rank these geckos on are availability, how easy are they to come by, variability, how many different paint jobs or morphs are there, how easy are they to care for, handling, and price. And we're going to rank each of the 5 categories with a number 1 to 5. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. Let's get started. First up, the golden retriever of the gecko world, leopard geckos. This girl is a white and yellow tangerine belle. You know what? Leopard geckos availability, can't beat it. They're easy to find. You can get them just about anywhere. Although I'd recommend you get them from a good quality breeder. Variability, man, they come in all different paint jobs. So we're going to give them a 5 on availability and a 5 on variability. Care, pretty easy. But you do have to provide heat. So we're going to knock them down a point and give them a 4. Handling, they're kind of like people. Most are nice, some are not, but for the most part, pretty easy to handle. Let's give them a 5. Price, well sure, you can spend a lot, but for the most part, they're affordable. 5. How about fat tails? They're pretty available. They're becoming more and more popular. Not quite as available as leopard geckos, so we'll give them a 4. Variability, they do come in some variety, but again, not as much as leopard geckos, so we'll give them a 4. Care, basically the same as a leopard gecko, with a little bit of nuance. The biggest difference is diet. They tend to really like crickets, so we're going to knock them down a point and give them a 3. Handling, they're the bulldog, pretty lazy, pretty laid back, not big on exercise. We're going to give them a 5. Price, they are a little bit more expensive than leopard geckos, so we're going to have to knock them down a point. We're going to give them a 4. Next up, crested gecko. Oh, they are cute, aren't they? This little girl we produced in 2020. Availability, pretty much the same as a leopard gecko, so we're going to give them a 5. Variability, starting to see more morphs, but it's really mostly color variation and pattern variation. So they're going to get a 4 on variability. Care, 5. Best of the best. You can get away with no heat, room temperature, in a beautiful bioactive vivarium, and you really don't even have to deal with insects. Although it is good to supplement them with insects every once in a while. A nice complete diet gives them everything they need. Handling, they jump on cue. So we're going to knock them down a little bit on handling, especially for smaller children. The jumping can be a little bit frightening sometimes. So we're going to give them a 4. Price, certainly affordable, but a little more pricey than an average leopard gecko. So we're gonna give them a 4. Total score? Gotta wait till the end. All right, gargoyles. Availability? They're a little harder to come by. So we're gonna give them a 3. Variability? There is some variety. Really aren't any morphs. Genetic anyway. So they're gonna get a 3. Care? About the same as a crested gecko. They do like a little more heat. So we're gonna knock them down a point and give them a 4. Handling? Basically the same as a crested gecko. Again, a 4. Price? They are a little more expensive than crested geckos. So they're gonna get a 3. Sonorum. This guy's getting really big. And he looks like he wants to jump. Availability? They're kind of hard to come by, especially females. So we're gonna give them a 1. Variability? A little bit of different color variation, but for the most part, you either have white dots and white collar, or you have this. Care? Basically the same as a gargoyle or a crested. We'll give them a 4. Handling? A little more jumpy than a gargoyle or a crested, so we're gonna knock them down a point and give them a 3. Price? Boy, they're expensive, so they're gonna get a 2. Let's check handling right now. Nice catch, buddy. All right. Where are you going, buddy? Urodactylodes. I love these little guys. This is a juvenile male. He's almost full size. Now there are 4 species under the genus Urodactylodes: Agricoli, Velardi, Occidentalis, and Symmetricus. We work with 3 of the 4. We don't have Symmetricus here. Maybe soon. Availability? They're a bit hard to come by, but you can find them. Generally, the Agricoli are the most common, Velardi second most common. We're gonna give them a 2. Variability? Other than the 4 species, they do have a little bit of color variation, not much. So we're gonna give them a 2. Care? Super easy. Just like other new cows, they do eat smaller insects, so a 3. Handling? They can be jumpy, but they're generally pretty sweet. We'll give them a 3. And price? They're moderately expensive. We're gonna give them a 3. Now, if you get up to the Symmetricus, they're pretty expensive. So there you go, all 6 gecko species we work with here at Luna Geckos. But what's the final score? Let's look at them in reverse order. The Urodactylodes got a 2 on availability, a 2 on variability, a 3 on care, a 3 on handling, a 3 on price, for a grand total score of 13 points. Not bad for the little guys. Sonorum, a 1 on availability, a 1 on variability, a 4 on care, 3 on handling, 2 on price, for a grand total of 11 points. That puts the Urodactylodes in first place. How about gargoyle? 3 on availability, 3 on variability, 4 on care, 4 on handling, and a 3 on price, for a grand total of 17 points. New first place. Crested? Everybody thought this one was going to be close. 5 on availability, 4 on variability, 5 on care, 4 on handling, and 4 on price. Total score? 22 points. New first place. Let's check the fat tails. Availability, 4. Variability, 4. Care, 3. Handling, 5. Price, 4. Total, 20 points. Close to the crested, but didn't make it. Now in second place, with cresteds on top. Only one left. Leopard geckos. 5 on availability, 5 on variability, 4 on care, 5 on handling, 5 on price. Almost a perfect score. 24 out of 25. So there you have it. Leopard geckos are the reigning champions of what gecko makes the best pet. Now remember, it's opinion, and you should always get a second opinion. Let's ask Handy Dandy.
All right, guys, in conclusion, crested geckos, they're really fun. They're too jumpy for me to handle. It made me nervous. But I love seeing them the most because they're in our bioactive vivariums. So they're fun to see because they'll climb the walls with their little sticky hands. whereas the leopards and the fat tails are more hidden. So I only hold these at gecko shows or if G's out of town and I'm the one feeding and cleaning up after them. So this isn't as pretty as our beautiful bioactive vivariums. And then I would say, I think my favorite are the African fat tails because I like their colors. I like browns and chocolates and the blue tails. I think those are really pretty. But leopards are really friendly too, so I say they're all good choices.
That video was a lot of fun to shoot. Click on the link and watch the whole thing. But don't forget about this video. If you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends, comment down below, and above all, hit that subscribe button and ring that notify bell so you don't miss content like this. You know what you'll never miss? Sunday. That's right. Every Sunday right here at Luna Geckos, new episode, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. But what about bonus content? Well, that's why you got to ring that bell. And what about merch? LunaGeckos.shop. So until next time, I'm G, that's Handy Dandy, that's Miss Poppy Dog, we're Luna Geckos. See ya! Come on, Pop. I'm hungry.
It sound right, boy.